Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Allison. I'm 28 years old, I work in healthcare, and I also really enjoy creating content. I have a few YouTube videos, but I'm still trying to figure out my place on YouTube and like what kind of content I want to be creating. I feel like my channel is going to be a lot about goals, goal setting, personal finance, because that is really what I enjoy talking about the most and feel that other people can benefit from hearing my story and like how I'm paying off debt and saving for like a house and our weddings. Yeah, so if you enjoy that kind of content, give me a follow. Today's video is going to be about my goals for 2024, and I broke them down into different categories. Let's get started. As I mentioned, I enjoy talking about finances, so my first section of 2024 goals is going to be finance. At the top of the list, my first goal is to pay at least $3,000 towards my student loans. I made a whole spreadsheet of like all of my paychecks and like all the bills and all the money, and that's how I came up with these numbers. So $3,000 seemed like something that I could budget every paycheck, like $100, $200. Obviously, I would like to pay those off faster, but at the same time, we are also saving for our wedding. We're getting married in June, and then we want to get a house by the end of the year. So it's like I could put all of my money towards my student loan, so then I'd have like nothing in savings. I just felt like it's not really like top of my priority list right now. My total student loan debt is only $7,800, which is, I'm very grateful that it's that low. It's a tough position because it's like, why wouldn't I just like want to pay that off super fast? But my main goal right now is to save for a house, so we're putting that to the side. But anything extra potentially I could put towards that. And I didn't include this because I'm not 100% sure it's like guaranteed, but I believe that I will be getting $3,000 from my employer as like tuition reimbursement, because I am also currently going back to school for my master's degree, but I'm paying for that as I go, so I didn't take any loans for that. These are loans from my bachelor's degree. So if I do get that money, then I'm hoping to put like $6,000 towards my student loans and or potentially pay them off. I want to keep it realistic for now and just say like at least pay $3,000 towards my student loans. That's my first goal. Next on the finance goals is to save hopefully $10,000 towards a down payment on a house. That would be all the way through like December, but I could see us potentially buying a house in like September, so it could be a little bit less than that. And I also am sort of expecting like roughly $4,000 in bonus money from my sign-on bonus for where I work, which is not included in that $10,000 that I think I could save on my own. Hopefully with that, it would be closer to like $14,000 to save for a down payment. And that would just be like what I'm contributing. My fiance would also contribute some money, and then we're also hoping to get some money from our wedding. Not expecting anything, you know what I mean? So like we're not including that because that would just be extra money that we would then include and use. Next on my financial goals is to pay, this is a very specific number, at least $4,850 towards my car. That would be over $1,000 more than like what my minimum payment is. Pay the minimum payment and then a little bit extra. So I'm hoping to pay, I think maybe $1,000 to like $1,500 more towards my car. One of my other goals is to actually stick to my budget. Like I said, I went through each month and said, okay, this is how much I need for rent, this is how much I need for my bills, this is how much I need for my car payment, this is how much I want to put towards savings, car. So like this is how much I have left, this is how much I will budget for gas, food, whatever. Problem is, I really need to try and stick to that budget because I tend to be very easily influenced. Really, my main goal is to just like stop impulse spending and stop spending money on my credit card. Like that's the biggest thing. I sometimes can't wait for something So I'm like, oh yeah, it's just like $100, I'll just put it on the credit card or whatever. But then that adds up, and next thing I know, my credit card is like a couple $100s. So yeah, my biggest thing is to stick to a budget, and then also if I do want something, like say I want something that's like $100, making sure I actually have the money for it before I purchase it, and so I'm not putting it on a credit card. Yeah. This next goal kind of goes into two categories, but I'll include it in this one as well. I want to make at least $7,800 from social media. I think this year I made close to $3,000 in like six-ish months. So I feel like that was a good goal. And how I came up with that number was I want to make like $100 in January, $200 February, $300 in March, and like so on. So it starts off kind of small, and then like I can work my way up to making like $1,200 a month from social media. So we'll see. Moving on to our next category, which is going to be my health goals for the year. My first goal is to lose weight. Obviously, I feel like that's on everybody's New Year's resolutions. Now, I've struggled with eating disorders for a long time, so it's not about like the number on the scale. It's more about how I feel and my overall like general health. And I know that where I'm at right now isn't the healthiest, so I just really want to start like feeling better, taking care of my body, and with that I know that means that I need to lose weight. I don't think people need to lose weight to be happy or healthy, but for me personally, that is just one of my goals. I want to lose roughly 30 pounds, which seems scary. So again, how I kind of broke that down for myself was each month I'm setting like smaller goals. So for like January, I want to lose 2 pounds. So it kind of keeps things small and obtainable, so that you're not like overwhelmed with like, oh my god, I need to lose 27 pounds in like 3 months, because that's just not gonna happen. A little like side goal of that is that I would like to lose like 12 to 15 of those pounds before June, because that's when I'm getting married. And again, you don't need to lose weight for your wedding, like at all. I'm not saying that. I just personally want to feel better and more confident in myself and just healthier. The next one is that I want to cook at least one new meal every month. I've recently started to like enjoy cooking a little bit more, and my fiance and I do cook a lot at home, which one, I feel like is good for our budget, and two, better for our health anyway, and just like making healthier meals at home. So we tend to meal prep on Sundays, and whatever we make usually lasts us like the whole week for dinners. Next goal is to snack less at work, which that one I think is going to be really hard. I work in healthcare, so I'm kind of moving around all day, and I tend to get like snacky. And I also work in a department where our patients give us treats. Like they bring us in stuff all the time, because I see my same patients like every day for like 2 months sometimes. So they bring us in like cookies and brownies and chocolates, which I am fine with, like that's amazing, but I have such a sweet tooth, so I will eat all of those. I really just want to be more mindful when I'm there. Like maybe be like, okay, you can have 4 or 5 chocolates a day. My last health goal is to basically not drink any alcohol. I don't think that's going to be very hard for me, because over the last 2 months I've kind of been having some weird health issues, and just like I've always had a very sensitive stomach. I've been feeling better not drinking, so we're just going to continue that. And I have like, except for maybe I'll drink maybe at my wedding and or like during our honeymoon, probably. Alright, my next section of goals is kind of like personal goals, personal growth, section. First goal is I want to read 20 books. Last year I read 14, so I feel like 20 will challenge me a little bit, but also is obtainable for me. I did also get a Kindle for Christmas. I've already been obsessed with it and like read half a book in like a week, so I think the Kindle will definitely be helpful. I really enjoy using it so far. My next goal is to find some way to like advance in my career, which I'm not quite sure what that looks like for me because of what I do. Next is that I want to graduate with my master's degree, which I feel like that kind of goes with the one before because that technically is something that it could advance my career, so we can count that, I guess. But I have 2 semesters left for my master's degree. It was an opportunity that I couldn't really pass up, so I did it, and we're so close, so we're just gonna get through it. And again, will I do anything with this degree? I have no idea. But I have found out is that would be enough to allow me to work as like an adjunct professor at a school, so that would be pretty cool. Going part-time with what I do, and I do apologize. I don't really tell people what I do for work because I just want to keep that separate. Just because I feel like hospitals are a little bit particular about people posting on social media. I just keep it separate. I don't say what I do, whatever. And then I also want to incorporate a date night once a month, which I think would be really nice, especially with busy year coming up for us. I feel like we're 6 months out from our wedding, so I feel like with the stress of that and everything, I feel like it'll be nice to just spend some time together, the 2 of us. And then my last section of goals for 2024 is my content creator goals. My first goal is to reach 100,000 followers on TikTok. TikTok's funny because that could either happen next month or it could not happen at all next year. Like, I don't know. It's just funny because one viral video could literally do 100,000 followers, but you also have to keep posting in order to like get that viral video. I don't know. TikTok's funny, but that's kind of why I enjoy it. It's like, will this video do good? Will it not? Will people like this? Will they not? Like, I don't know. I would set one for YouTube, but I have no idea like what a good goal is for the year. Maybe I'll add one, like a YouTube follower, subscriber goal eventually, if I start getting more comfortable posting these videos on YouTube, but we'll see. Back to my other goal, I did include this in the content section as well, is to make $7,800 from social media. However that happens, like the creator fund, YouTube, brand deals, etc. And then I want to post at least once a month on YouTube. As of right now, like I said, I kind of went through a schedule for like the whole year, and it looks like I would be posting more like 3 times a month, which is good. I wanted to kind of figure out a plan, so at least once a month, but hopefully 2 or 3 times a month. I know that a lot of people do like every Sunday, like the same time every week or something. Maybe I could get there. I think the biggest issue for me is the editing. With me working full-time and I kind of travel far to work, I feel like the editing is super overwhelming for YouTube. It's just so different than TikTok. TikTok is so easy to edit. Then along with that, I want to post once a day on TikTok, which again, I did a lot of stuff on my notes app on my phone this year, like to prep for all these goals because I'm a very visual person. And so I broke all these goals down by month and like what I can do each month to reach these goals. And along with this goal in particular, once a day on TikTok, for the next 3 months, I already have out exactly what I want to post each day. I don't have to think about it. I can just look on my notes app and be like, okay, today I said I wanted to post my paycheck breakdown because I like to do those videos. And I can also maybe even just batch film a bunch of stuff one day and then have it ready to post because I feel like content creation is tough because it's like you don't necessarily want to, some days you like don't feel like posting. So just showing your face and talking to a camera is very weird and something that you have to get used to, but again, I feel like this is something that I feel like I can do and that I was meant to do, so we're gonna give it a try. My very last goal was just to talk more in my videos, which I feel like posting YouTube videos will probably help with my fear of talking in my videos. I do a lot of voiceovers because I find that easy, and then you can just film all day and then do a voiceover at the end of the day, which I don't mind doing those, but I do feel like I need to talk to my audience more because that's how you get the connection and like the brand awareness, and people feel connected to you and that they want to continue watching your videos. So I do want to incorporate talking more in my videos. But yeah, so those are all of my goals for 2024 as of right now. I think part of my YouTube videos are gonna be doing like a check-in every month. A lot of people on here call it like a monthly reset, so I will do resets every month. We can check in, see how I'm doing, keep myself accountable. But yeah, if you like this video, give me a follow, and we'll see you guys in the next video.